special K, don't make me wait for you.
We're here at Tom Price Opium Poppy Field. Business has been pretty bad for the last couple of decades. There's been a drought, so they've turned to mining crack. Just the initial stages of locating a tailing of crack. Here's a quality control specialist here.
It's fucked. Big wheel. Big wheel. Big wheel. Zoom in, zoom out. You got your safety boots on?
The bucket wheel reclaimer. It's on rails, the whole machine is on rails, so they can move it up and down the length of the stockpile. They conveniently cut some trees down. They used to sit up there behind trees and chop them down. So they lower that wheel into the end of the stockpile. It turns, scoops the ore up, feeds it onto a conveyor belt that runs up the long arm. The ore goes down through the middle of the machine onto another conveyor belt, which runs the full length of the stockpile, and the machine straddles the conveyor belt.
Keeps the road sealed, keeps the dust down. Melbourne Water would be pissed. Do you reckon they wash that in a recycled car wash?
Yeah.
They'd have to. Didn't brake when he saw Hattori Hanzo, and that's what happened.
Looked like it ran through the side of it.
FJ40 Land Cruiser. And Hattori Hanzo.
Onto a cone-shaped stockpile from a large conveyor belt. That is ore that's coming from the primary crushers up the top of the hill. There's a truck just about ready to reverse into the crushers up there now. There it goes. That truck is going to tip high-grade ore into the primary crusher. Comes out to this cone-shaped stockpile. Underneath that stockpile are vibratory feeders which feed the ore onto conveyor belts in a tunnel under the stockpile. The tunnel, the conveyor belt tunnel, starts where that large steel structure is with yellow walkways all over it, just this side of the stockpile. Now the conveyor belts come out to that structure and then drop onto another conveyor belt which forms a bridge from that structure to the building on your left. So the ore comes from the primary crusher to the stockpile and then into the building on your left into the secondary crusher. From the secondary crusher, the ore goes to the screen house on your right for size, like we talked about. If it's oversized, the ore comes back into the top of the crusher, so you've got a big conveyor belt going back to the top of the building coming up in front of us. That's oversized ore going back to the tertiary crusher. just cycles between the two until it is the right size. You've got a couple of conveyor belts coming out the bottom of the crusher building and one going into the top. And of course the primary feed into the other side of the crusher building. This is high grade ore. So all you do with high grade ore, and also for Cape Lambert out on the coast.
Feeling a bit sleepy,
Total
mate.
exports last year around 200 million tonne of iron ore.
Sitting up the back in the sunshine, getting a bit dozy.
You fall asleep in Carriagini?
It's only 25 though.
Yeah, man, mate.
From all of the mine sites. So there's one there now. The other one's the other side of the tin shed. Two of very steely characters, our swans. They just go round and round and never even have a decreasing in normal circles.
So there's a rake at the bottom of that.
Now if you're on the right hand side of the bus and you look across to your right, you can see the primary crushers at the top of the hill. There's a truck tipping on the right hand side of the crushers currently. Tipping, it's just finished tipping low grade ore. And then underneath the primaries, the two conveyor belts with cone shaped stockpiles under them. Puts it into a bit better perspective. Now in front of us and to the right there's another couple of conveyor belts.
Separation process.
These conveyor belts are taking waste separate drive to the prime mover on the front. It should be a powerful piece of equipment. There is a smaller one around that carries half that weight. It's a little bit smaller than that. Size-wise, not a lot. They're up the hill on your left. Those stockpiles eventually fill right up to the base of the conveyor belt, and then they'll bring a digger and some trucks down and cart it away. Put it on a waste dump somewhere. That's all waste tailings. If
Looks like a roller coaster.
go for it, copper. I won't run you over, I promise. It's an engineering yard in here, Monodelphus, an engineering firm based on site here. They're all FIFO scumbags as well. It's a descriptive term. I'm not saying that the people themselves are scum.
This is the lodge. In here you will get a full buffet for $15. $13.50 actually to be exact. And all the miners eat here. I got to try.
Mystery shopper.
Yeah, nah.